All right. You're tuned in to the Third Coast Music Network right here on San Antonio College Radio. It's always great to have guests down here tonight. Today we've got a couple coming in from Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee to be exact, or in that area. Mary is writing, is a writer, is a songwriter, of course. Hung out with the cool kids like John Prine and Nancy Griffith and those folks, and been doing her songwriting deal for decades. And she had a new musical baby that came out this summer called Dark Enough to See the Stars. And now she's showing off that baby and tour around Texas. And tonight playing over at Sam's Burger Joint. So we'd like to welcome to KSYM in San Antonio, Mary Gauthier and Jaimee Harris.
Dave, thanks for having us on.
Yeah. Came in from Tomball.
Yeah, Tomball was cool, man. We had a good time. Main Street. What's the name of that venue? Main Street Crossing. Yeah, we had a nice show down there, and we found Thai food in Tomball. Good Thai food. We had a nice meal. You know, I like good venues, and I like good food, and I like good writing, and I like good music. And I really, really like good shoes.
Good shoes. I didn't look at your shoes when you walked in.
Soft shoes, comfortable shoes. I'm not hard to please, but I like the good stuff.
Yeah. Anyway, you've got the new CD that came out. It's been getting rave reviews, as did the one before that, Rifles and Rosemary Beads, or Rosary Beads. Why do I say Rosemary? Rosary Beads. And as I told you off mic earlier, I said when I first listened to it, I said, and I talked to the radio promoter, I said, sounds like Mary's in a good space right now.
In a good space indeed.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm coming I guess into my older years with a lot of peace. We're running ragged out here on the road, but I'm not short of gratitude. And I do have a sense of sort of who I am and what I do. I know why I'm on earth. You know, that's a gift, and I get to do what it is that I'm here to do, which is write songs and play them for people.
As I heard it in the song, it says, she writes all night and sleeps all day.
Mr. Hubbard.
Yeah. Now, Jaimee,
Yes,
get up to the mic a little closer. Or let's move the mic.
You got
close.
it?
We'll get it. Pull it down a little bit, can you, Olivia? Just a little. There.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Now, did I hear right that you first heard of Mary Gauthier's name from that Hubbard tune?
I did. I remember I can envision the rental property I was living in Austin, and I knew everyone else in the song, Scrappy Judd Newcomb, John D. Graham, Darcy DeVille, but I didn't know who Mary Gauthier was, so I had to Google her, and that was how I became aware of her music.
Well, first of all, you had to figure out how to spell it.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, luckily if you type in Goshay, Google will send you to the right place.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah.
We fixed that early on.
I figured.
I didn't know, I'm from Louisiana, and everybody in Louisiana knows Gauthier. But you get out of Louisiana, and it is absolutely a difficult stage name. If I had it to do again, I'd be a one-name act.
Yeah.
Something like, I don't know, Cher. Something easy. Something easy. Bono.
Nah. Yeah, those are already taken.
They are, but there's others,
But you got to be sort of creative these days with the. You think of some of the rap and the hip hop guys. Their names are very unique. Sort of like playing Scrabble.
It's cool that it's part of the culture to rename yourself.
Right.
I wish it was something I would have been aware of when I started this, because I would have. I knew Bob Dylan had renamed himself, Mr. Zimmerman, and I knew that was an option, but I just didn't. It didn't seem like it was something I could do, and I wish I would have, because, like you say, Gauthier, that's just a Louisiana name, and everywhere else you go, it's a mess for people. It's hard.
Yeah.
In Nashville, there's a big singing family called the Gauther family.
Right.
Christian group, and they're huge. And so I'll be a Gauther if you want me to, is my motto. Because people know how to say it.
I guess they do. They don't. They see the letters. Maybe they look at them a little different.
Yeah, it was Gauthier.
Right. Gauther. Yeah. Must be what it is. She lives in Nashville.
Yeah.
Must be. Anyway, y'all both have guitars. What do you got in store for us?
Let's play the title track, Dark Enough to See the Stars. At the bottom of my tears, on the backside of my fears, at the center of the pain, I hear my voice call out your name. Days go by, nothing works. I can't believe how much this hurts, and I don't know where you are. It's dark enough to see the stars, dark enough to see the stars, dark enough to see the light in an ocean black and deep, in the middle of the night, as I hold on to your love, like those lights from up above. It's dark enough to see the stars. Curse the clock, time is a thief. Every life it measures brief. Every child is born to die, but the soul is born to fly under heaven's canopy. Tiny diamonds, you and me, lightning bugs inside a jar. It's dark enough to see the stars, dark enough to see the stars, dark enough to see the light in an ocean black and deep, in the middle of the night, as I hold on to your love, like those lights from up above. I have drifted out so far, it's dark enough to see the stars. I've been carried out so far, it's dark enough to see the stars.
Yeah, I'll clap for that. We'll clap for that.
Thank you.
That's the title cut of the latest from Mary Gauthier. That's a live version, of course. That's Mary Gauthier and Jaimee Harris, which we haven't said yet, playing tonight at Sam's Burger Joint. So showtime, I believe, is 8 p.m. You can find out more information at samsburgerjoint.com. But I'd ask you when you first got here that you hadn't played much in San Antonio, and you just said It was once in opening for John.
Yeah, over John Prine at Theater here.
Yeah, Majestic, I think.
It was the Majestic, yeah.
Yeah, that's a nice venue there.
Beautiful theater. I got to see the best theaters in America opening for John. Yeah, I did that for about 2 years.
Now, how did you moved to Nashville like around 2000 or so, something like that?
2001. Yeah, I moved to Nashville and decided to really take this on. My story's weird. I didn't become a full-time professional songwriter until I was 40. Prior to that, I was in the restaurant business. I'm a trained chef. I did Cajun food in Boston. I found investors, had a restaurant, and decided to walk from it and really pursue music. After about 8 years of writing songs, I felt as though this is my calling and it's what I want to do. And so, like I said in the beginning, as we started talking today, identifying what I really wanted to do and then pursuing it and then being allowed to do it has been a big deal for me. I did okay in the restaurant business, and I thought that's what I wanted to do, but I was never in love with it the way I love this. This, to me, is in my soul, and I feel it's connected to my purpose. And so, yeah, I started at 40, really, and that was 20 years ago, and it's worked out real good.
And you had gotten through all your bad habits by then, right?
I got sober July 1990.
Oh, 10 years at least before.
I was arrested for drunk driving, opening night of my second restaurant, and that did it for me. It got my attention, and I realized I needed to ask for help. And I did ask for help, and I got help. Mm-hmm. And that was 32 years ago. And I've stayed sober ever since, and that is when songwriting came into my life, after I got sober.
So what comes first, songwriting or performing?
We got to have them to sing them, right?
Well, in Nashville, there's a lot of people who just write them.
That's true. At heart, I'm a songwriter. And I think I am an old school troubadour. So my job, as I see it, and what we'll be doing tonight at Sam's, starting at 8, is storytelling. I'm a storyteller, really, and I love to get into a quiet, dark room with a spotlight, a bottle of water, and a bar stool and tell stories. And I watch full-grown adults regress into little kids at story time. And my stories tend to be stories about people that have struggled and come through the other side with some news, information, wisdom. So it's about for me purpose and having a story that has a beginning, a middle, and an end, and a reason. So it's not just escapist entertainment for me. I tend to want to connect really in a deeper way than let's say a barroom crowd that's there to dance and drink. And that's fine too, but there's lots of options for that all over town. At Sam's tonight, we'll be doing something a little different. And I don't think of what I do as better or inferior to that. It's just an alternative to that. And music and song is such a big deal and a vast medium. Its uses can span hundreds of thousands of genres and types. And so this old school troubadour thing, you know us when you see us, you know, and I'm sure that you play a lot of us on this radio show.
Sure.
I think Jamie's in that tradition too, in a way.
Well, I was just going to ask Jaimee that. Is that sort of the way you sort of look at the process?
Oh, absolutely. I think Mary didn't use this word while sharing just now, but she's used it quite often, which is alchemy, taking some of the craziest and in some lights the worst things that have happened to you or to other people or to humanity and alchemizing them into something that can be useful to help other people.
Yeah, right. Makes sense. In fact, so what do you think about when people cover your tunes?
I love it.
Do you usually a lot of them are, I guess, for one is like Boy George did Mercy Now.
Yeah, I love that.
I was looking at I don't know how I ended up, but I haven't looked at that yet. But
it's crazy, right?
Yeah. How do they approach you about that and say?
No. Anybody can sing anybody's songs. You just got to pay us.
There you go.
Yeah. But well, how profound that I wrote a song that could be covered by, I don't know, Kathy Mattea, Boy George, Bobby Bear Sr., and Candy Staton, an R&B singer.
Oh, she did it too.
She did an amazing job.
Ooh, that sounds excellent.
She hits My Father, and tears come to my eyes, the first two lines of that song. So as a songwriter and old school troubadour, my songs can fit into anybody's genre. Because I don't really necessarily see myself as a genre, in a genre. I see myself as a storyteller. And so you can take your fiddle and your banjo and pedal steel and make it country, old school country like Bobby Bare did. Or you can bring a roll in your Hammond B3 with the Leslie and do it R&B. Or Boy George turned Mercy Now into a pop ballad.
Really? I do need to look into that. That definitely caught my interest when it said
The incredible thing about what Boy George did was he respected the lyrics. So he sang the meaning of the words in his way. And of course he did it with glitter and pizzazz because he's Boy George and a little red hat and eyeshadow, and he did his Boy George thing. But there was a deep respect for the meaning of the words, and his singing has never been better. So I was so happy to. I was like, Boy George, this could be. He could turn this into something that I didn't intend it to be, but he did the opposite. He made it mean more than I ever thought it could. He made it bigger. His audience is so vast. It's hundreds of millions of people,
So did, have you conversed with him about it?
I have, well, not personally, on social media,
Yeah.
Yeah, he told me his friend who died of AIDS turned him on to the song, and he recorded it in his friend's memory, and he feels as though it's a song that's speaking to the concerns of the world today. And he's very, Boy George is a sober dude.
Yeah.
Us sober people, we find each other.
There you go.
And really grateful for what Boy George did with that song. He headlined ACL weekend before last.
Oh, did he?
He did, and he went over by I think by about 90 seconds or something. So they do what they do. They cut the mics, and the whole audience sang Karma Camellia. They wouldn't let it end. They just knew the words and they sang. Tens of thousands of people ended it for him. It was absolutely poetic and beautiful. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. We're talking to Mary Gauthier and Jaimee Harris. They're playing tonight over at Sam's Burger Joint. You can get more information on samsburgerjoint.com. I believe showtime's about 8 p.m. Now, Jaimee, you've got an upcoming new release. I saw...
Yeah, we just
saw
announced yesterday.
Was it the YMCA video or what? What did I?
Pretty much, actually, literally. Mary and I were at a YMCA in Longmont, Colorado. Mary's been swimming laps. She started in the pandemic, and we're at the Rocky Mountain Folks Festival, and I was waiting for her to finish, and I stumbled upon this thing called Silver Sneakers, which is a Zumba class for 65 and up. And I noticed this woman that was going the opposite direction of the class at every move. Every time they went left, she went right. They went backwards, she went forward. And I was like, that would be me if I was trying to do a Zumba class. But while watching her, I came up with this whole story in my mind that she had found new love and was re-energized and decided she was going to learn how to dance and get into this class. And so I had this idea to do a video kind of showing that, zeal for life, and there's no age limit to that, and there's no age limit to finding love. And I had also recently been to Dollywood, which I don't know how much you guys know about Dollywood, but the majority of the workforce there is 65 and up, and 10% is 90 and up.
Whoa!
She's very intentional about that, and she's obviously not saying Dollywood is fighting ageism, but just by being there, you're like, wow. This is incredible. And so it's the very last song on this new record I got coming out called Boomerang Town. And there's a lot of heavy stuff involved. There's a lot of grief. There's a lot of loss. And I love that song ends the cycle because it brings hope. So in my mind, you could kind of see that as song number 1 or song number 10. So I thought it was a fun thing to launch. And then we made the video with Mary's in it. She's wearing an amazing outfit. My hairdresser, who is also Emmylou Harris's hairdresser, Riquet Patier, is in it, and he's fabulous.
That's the guy that's fun. He's pretty animated.
He's animated, yeah.
He can do a split.
Yeah.
I mean, he's 60,
that's the
65,
guy.
66. He can jump up in the air and do a total split.
Okay, so the name, Jaimee, the name of the song then?
It's called Missing Someone.
Missing Someone.
You should play that.
Yeah.
And it's a new video. right?
Just out
That came
yesterday.
out yesterday, so you can check
I
it
guess
out.
I
on
happened
Folk
to look
Alley.
at your Facebook or some of your social
Yeah.
media, and I saw that, and I was like, well, that's fun. And now those were Nashville folks?
All Nashville folks. Rike is also an actor, but when I had this idea, he was the first person I called. I was like, please be in this video. And the other two are next door neighbors of our friend and the director, Nielsen Hubbard, who also produced Mary's last record. And then a couple that are a real couple in real life and also actors. And the gym that I've been working out at for several years donated the space for us to make the video. So
It was very
cool.
fun. It was
Yeah.
fun.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you.
Yeah. And Mary, do you actually own those pink shorts?
Absolutely not. the director threw them at me, said, put these on. Pink ducky shorts.
I know you had like your legging, whatever you had, your long pants underneath them.
Jeans and pink ducky shorts, I guess. Yeah, you know what? Being able to take yourself lightly and being able to laugh and smile and not be so serious is really, really important. And Jaimee gave that to the world with this video.
Yeah, and so the new CD. I don't know. I just call them projects these days now.
We're making CDs
There
and
you go.
vinyl, all of
and that's
that.
going to be coming out. That's a track that's going to be on that upcoming
It is.
release.
The single is going to be released tomorrow, actually, so tonight at midnight. And the record comes out February 17th. It's called Boomerang Town.
There you go. All done. Nashville project.
You know, I actually made the record in Austin with my good friend Mark Hallman at the Congress House studio where Eliza Gilkison and Tom Russell have made a lot of records.
Mm-hmm.
So I made it in Austin with a bunch of Austin friends. Had some special guests. Our friend Michele Gazic, fantastic violin player from Italy, flew in a track, and our friend David Mansfield, who was the violin player on the Rolling Thunder tour, flew in some tracks. It was a lot of fun to make that record.
Very cool. Very cool. Let's play the Amsterdam cut from the CD. What do you think?
Sure, you want Jaimee to play Missing Someone too, or how are we doing on time?
We got time.
Cool, let
I
her
got
play
to
Missing
leave
Someone.
at 7. I know you guys got to get out here way before then.
Yeah, let Jaimee play Missing Someone since we talked
All
about
right,
it.
sure, you got it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what's this one?
It's called Missing Someone.
It's the one with that crazy video.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Finally calling back all my friends. They've been wondering where I've been. I went off the deep end. This time it was a good swim. I've been running around with someone. Never thought I'd be this fun again. Well, I never would have thought it had you told me that we would come together quite like we have. Kinda reads like Kerouac, crossing country, then going back to New York to figure it out. Back to the place I loved you right out loud. Well, work's piled up, dishes ain't done. I've been stuck on telephone. Ain't been sleeping in my bed. I'd rather be in yours instead. Guess I've come a little undone. Hey, I'm just missing someone. And I'm looking up at the sky. I'm looking all the time. Is that you circling around? When are you coming down? When will I see your face again? When will I get to have that skin I'm craving? Well, work's piled up, dishes ain't done. I've been stuck on telephone. Ain't been sleeping in my bed. I'd rather be in yours instead. Guess I've come a little undone. Hey, I'm just missing someone. And we tried counting down the days, but our hearts couldn't take the pain. Ain't never been so hard living this way. When I finally get to getting to you, babe, I'm gonna stay. Yeah. someone. Hey, I'm just missing someone. Hey, I'm just missing someone.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's missing the dancing folks at the gym, but it gets it across. That's Jaimee Harris. Upcoming release from her actually comes out tonight. Missing Someone. Talking to Mary Gauthier and Jaimee Harris, playing tonight over at Sam's Burger Joint. Find out more information, samsburgerjoint.com. That's a good one. That's a good one.
You.
All right. Let's talk about can we talk about the book a little bit?
Sure, yeah. I put out a book in 2021 called Saved by a Song. It came out on St. Martin's Press, a division of Simon & Schuster, one of the big five in New York City, which felt great for me to have a big company behind it. And it's a story of recovery and using music and song to make sense of my life. It's memoir. It's also, I've been teaching songwriting now for many, many years, and so a lot of the things that I teach are in the book.
Sorry about that. So the book, was it your idea? Someone approached you about
I was asked to write it. Yeah, it wasn't my idea. I was asked to write it by the publishing company, so I wrote it. And but it needed to be written because I've been teaching for a while now, and I needed to get into writing what I teach.
Yeah, and it, of course, you've used just, I guess, the healing power of songwriting with the vets and other folks.
Yeah, I use music and song in a lot of ways to help me with my recovery. And then a little over 10 years ago, I was invited to write songs with wounded veterans through a program called Songwriting with Soldiers that pairs professional songwriters with members of the military, both active duty and retired, who've been wounded physically, mentally, spiritually, all the ways war can wound. And we sit and bear witness and turn their stories into songs. And I saw the transformative power of that. And it just really verified for what I already knew, that music and song has something in it that is, I can only call it transformational. Jaimee reminded me of the word alchemy. It can take your worst day of your life and somehow transform it into something beautiful that other people understand. And so, I think that writing about these experiences with the veterans and using music and song through the program, as I wrote songs with them, learning more about songwriting itself and the power there, as I saw some of these people transform from a very a difficult place to a place of hope because of a song. That gave me an added incentive to write the book and get it down for other people to read, so that maybe they can participate in this in a way that is useful for the world. I just know this is true, that music and song bring hope.
Well, you've seen it happen
in real time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's for sure. And that, of course, that project, musically, CD-wise, was called Rifles and Rosary Beads.
That's right. That Rifles and Rosary Beads.
It was up for some folk. Was it up for a Grammy?
It was up for a Grammy.
Yeah.
Americana Record of the Year. It won International Record of the Year at the UK Americana, and it won the Record of the Year at Folk Alliance. It was a big record for me. It won a lot of awards, but it really wasn't. I think the honest truth of it is the awards go to the program for the work that it does. I got to represent that, but the honor is for the veterans who served in their stories that they were brave enough to tell.
Yeah.
My name is attached to the nomination and the awards, but it really was the stories that brought the attention, and deservedly so.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It makes sense to me.
Yeah.
I've never been in the military, but those they have it's affected their lives, and songwriting is a good way for them to. It's very therapeutic for them, I assume.
I think it is. It allows it allows something to be articulated that's hard to say.
Yeah.
Because the music can go where words leave off.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Gotcha. and we're talking to Mary Gauthier and Jaimee Harris down here in the studios of KSYM. And why? Because in a few hours they're going to be playing a gig over at Sam's Burger Joint. So, if you like what you hear, or if you're not even sure, come down and find out. Showtime is about 8 p.m., but find out more information, samsburgerjoint.com. All right, we're going to do something a little different here for a second. Going to humor myself. My neighbor, she goes to these, I don't know where she goes, but she finds these things. So she goes, oh, you're a radio guy. You like country music. Wouldn't you like the country music triviologies edition? And I'm like, and it's never been opened. And it's the 2005 edition, when country was just kicking ass, right?
Ooh, when country was still country?
No, are you kidding me? No way. That's been a lot longer than that.
It's been gone for a while.
So then I said, well, I'm going to have guests on, and we're just going to ask them a couple of questions. And I thought, a couple of ladies from Nashville?
We might or might not know, honestly.
Yeah, really, we're folk singers. So.
We'll cut the cards, and we'll cut the cards, and we'll see if you can get 2 out of 3.
My hands are sweating immediately.
No. This is not going to be that tough. We've got the categories: Big Star, Country Chart Topper, and Free Ride to Music City. What do we want first, ladies?
Big Star.
Okay.
This one might be pretty easy. Willie Nelson covered the Fred Rose song Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain, which became a #1 hit in the country charts in 1975. This song is featured on his album
Red-Headed Stranger.
Very good. We don't have the little ringing bell.
$500 to the folk singer with the acoustic guitar.
All right. Now we've got Country Chart Topper or Free Ride to Music City.
I don't know what Free Ride to Music City is, so let's go there.
All right. I would know this one. This Tex-Mex star topped both the country and pop charts in 1975 with the hit song Before the Next Teardrop Falls.
Before the next teardrop falls. Is that Freddie Fender? Nope, it's not.
I think
Is
it's
it
Freddie Fender.
Y'all can converse.
I don't know. I don't know. 75.
You was unborn.
Unborn.
I'm going with Freddie Fender.
Yes, it is Freddie Fender, of course.
Oh my God.
And now the bonus round.
Oh my! Why did I feel like I was
sweating.
gonna die?
This is the last one. Known for his rebel and outlaw image, Steve Earle's mix of country, rock, and blues was featured on his 1986 album that was named after a type of town. Name the album.
Guitar Town.
There we go. These ladies know. They are from Nashville. They did. Mary did live the Nashville life in 2005. There we go. Very good. Thank you very much for humoring me. I'm like, what am I going to do with this game?
That's fun.
I'm gonna annoy guests on here. I got Slade Cleaves coming on next month, and we'll see how he does with
I
this
did a
stuff.
podcast recently. It's called Your Top 5 Records. And so I had to choose my top 5 records. And then he asked me trivia questions based on them. And I think I got almost all of them wrong because I was convinced. See, I was like an AP kid where it's like, they're probably going to try to trick you. So I'm like, it's a trick question. And then he was like, no, your first answer was right. So,
See, there
so
you
I'm
go.
like, oh no, I'm going to lose again publicly, horrifically.
All right. I just want to ask one little other question, and we'll let you play one more song, and we'll let you get out of here. Sundays with Mary. Mm-hmm. Talk about that.
Yeah, during the shutdown part of the pandemic, Jaimee quickly learned through friends of hers how to live stream. And so we got us a nice little camera and some lights. We went ahead and got us a bluegrass mic where you sing into it as a group and hit go live on the computer. And every Sunday for almost 2 years, we did an afternoon show. And we figured out quickly, because of Jaimee, how to bring guests in. So we had everyone from, I don't know,
James
McMurtry, Hayes Carl, Allison Moorer,
Butch
Hancock,
Peter Case.
So they actually came by, or was it a Zoom thing?
We was all locked down.
Oh, yeah.
All of our friends, our musical friends came. We had authors.
Margaret Wrinkle, yeah.
Margaret Wrinkle, who's
Wally
my neighbor
Lamb.
and friend who writes for the New York Times opinion piece every Monday. Wally Lamb, really successful author. We had a good time. It was like we were visiting.
Yeah.
But it was on the screen, and everybody around the world could tune in, and it was actually a bit of a hit. People came every week.
And you still do it if you're around?
If we're home, yeah, but we're not going to be home again until like 2075. We have so many tour dates right now. But you know what? When we get back home, we might keep it going because people really did enjoy it, and they got introduced to new artists through the show, which was fun. And I didn't prepare questions or anything. I just popped them on the screen, and we started talking, and some really good stories got told.
And you're getting songwriters and musicians that are exposing themselves to folks, and not literally exposing themselves, but getting their craft out to folks that maybe parts of the world that they've never visited before.
That's right, and their fans come, and our fans come, and so we're sort of a cross-pollinating. We got introduced to a lot of new folks through it. It wasn't the point, but it sure did work out nice. And to this day, when we play, people come up to the table and say, "You got us through the pandemic. You know, thank you for that Sunday show," because we didn't know what to do with ourselves. We'd just turn on the YouTube or the Facebook 2:00 in the afternoon on Sunday and watch the show. They're going to be live forever on YouTube unless YouTube goes away. We're not going to take them down. And they were just sort of...
well, it was therapeutic for you guys, too.
Oh, my God, it gave us something to do.
Yeah.
Well, Jaimee worked hard on it. I
watched part of one the other day, and it was Jaimee wasn't there, and I know Mary. You first of all, you say, well, if it doesn't sound good,
because Jaime's not here.
Jaime's not here.